We can now bring in our international affairs editor, Angela Diffley. Angela, what's the end of this war going to look like for Gaza?
That is still very unclear. It's true that after Benjamin Netanyahu told American television on Monday that Israel was likely to be responsible for the security situation in Gaza for an indefinite period, there was some confusion. The Israelis appear to be moving to clarify that. They say they have no plans to reoccupy Gaza or to govern Gaza, but they will be responsible for its security. That, in a sense, is a statement of the obvious. The Israelis have no wish to reoccupy Gaza. It was extremely costly before and unworkable. And whilst they will want security guarantees, they do not favour, it is thought, occupation as a solution to what's happening. Antony Blinken was talking after the G7 summit. The Americans do not favour Israel occupying Gaza either. He talked about what a transitional period might look like, because between any future solution and the end of the war, there will inevitably be a transition period. He said, obviously, there will be no Hamas, that the Palestinian people, he said, cannot be hijacked by terrorists. He also said that there will be no displacement of the Palestinian population in Gaza. That also, in a sense, is a statement of the obvious. Egypt has made it very clear that it does not wish to shoulder the problem of Palestinians in Egypt. And the third red line appeared to be no Israeli occupation of Gaza, which, again, the Israelis are not keen to do. From there, ideally, more and more, the world is moving towards the idea that the idea of a two-state solution, a Palestinian state alongside the state of Israel, is the only way forward. There must be more work towards that. And that, of course, would include security guarantees for Israel as well, before Israel would sign up to anything.
And Angela, let's talk about the next stage in this war, because Israel's ground operation seems to have begun. Airstrikes, fighting door to door seems to have intensified over the last 24 hours.
Yes. The Israelis have said, they've made clear, they say we intend to try to destroy the network of tunnels in Gaza City. It's going to be a very difficult job for the Israelis.
Because the hostages remain in Gaza, the 240
I don't think anyone is clear exactly where the hostages are, but their intention is to try to destroy the network of tunnels. They cannot destroy Hamas, which is their stated aim, unless they do. Hamas are very well prepared for this sort of fighting. The buildings are very tightly packed in Gaza. They have tunnels. They can emerge unexpectedly from a tunnel and ambush Israeli soldiers. They have rocket-propelled grenades. They have anti-tank missiles. And the Israelis are, it is said, a little out of practice at this kind of warfare. They had been preparing for much more distant threats, such as Iran or Hezbollah up in the north, not this sort of packed fighting. The Israelis say that there is a major Hamas headquarters under the Al-Shifa hospital, which is Gaza's biggest hospital. They say that they intend to try and capture that. That would be symbolically a victory if, as they say, that is the case. Against that, they have pledged to try and get their hostages back. That complicates things even further. There are still a number of civilians, we don't know how many, still left in Gaza City, people who, for whatever reason, could not move south or chose not to move south. They are running out of food and water themselves in northern Gaza. And so the situation is extremely complicated for the Israelis in trying to achieve their stated aims.
Thank you very much for that, Angela. Angela Diffley there.